So we've worked on a variety of different mobile applications, everything from business to consumer apps, business to business apps, business automation apps, and Internet of Things apps. The full gamut is rather large. That knowledge and experience gives us the ability to build quality products. We have an 8-step application development process. And with that, we pretty much always start with a technical specification sheet or a spec sheet. And that spec sheet is really a blueprint for the project of how we're going to build it and what tech stacks we're going to use, what features it's going to have, the budgets, the timelines. And the wireframes are just low fidelity, showing where items may be placed on the page, then identifying the features that are also on that page. After we have the wireframe pretty much ironed out, at that point we'd move into the UI design and prototyping. That's taking all the wireframes and the features and actually building out a beautiful user interface that the user is going to use when they're touching the app. The user journey will then kind of help us get feedback before we actually start programming. The idea is to iron out the design before we move to development. If they want to completely change where certain things are located, it's a lot easier to do it in the design phase than to do it in the programming phase. Once the designs have been approved, they get moved into development. Development has 3 different stages to it. You have front-end development, which is basically taking the design and breaking it down into its elements. You have back-end development, which is your database and all your API structures that are going to connect to the front end. And then you have your infrastructure development, and that's setting up your API gateways, your session cookies, anything that's related that runs on the actual server side itself. So those 3 components make up the full gamut of development. Once the designs are approved and they move into development, then we're basically in that development phase for the remainder of the project until we get to what we call our quality assurance phase. And quality assurance is taking the product and doing what's called dog fooding, which is testing your own product. And once it's QA'd, then it gets moved into production. A mobile application is a living organism. When we develop a mobile app, as their business grows, we want to grow with them. And so the idea is that we build this great relationship, we build them a great product, they can go out there, they can market it, they can raise capital, they can do what they need to do. And then when they are ready to add additional features that maybe users want, at that point we can add additional features and grow the product to what their ultimate vision of the product is.